take 5. I've tried it 5 times to do this. Hey guys, if I don't do it this time, I'm done for the night. You're in your home front. You've received your test. There's been some comments that I tried to make, but if you want to discuss any questions you have on that test and how I graded it, please talk to me. We can do a little live conference thing. Just so you know, I have my conference thing open all day long. It's just a tab on the internet, although it crashed a couple times, available. You just chime in. I'll have my video off, my sound off, but when you chime in, it comes in and I can get right to you. Hey, here's the calendar for the rest of our time together, for those that are taking the test. Those that aren't, I don't even know why you're here. Take your third quarter grade and go, okay? All we're doing is test prep. If your fluids, or I guess this magnetism test helped your grade, then I guess you can do this. I honestly, I just don't plan on doing anything graded between now and the end. I want to be available to you to work through problems, to discuss things, but y'all are going to have to take the initiative on this, okay? So those blue boxes, right? These blue boxes right here is just the number of online class days you have until the test. That's 16 boxes, okay? If you want to count weekdays, it'd be 20 boxes. This Physics 2 test is a 45-minute test. That's a lot of days to prep for it, but at the same time, if you're going for physics credit, like if you're a pre-med major or something other than engineering and you want 5 hours of physics credit, you can get that with a $90 investment for the test and, right, and by getting a 3. You have to get a 3 or higher to get that college credit, okay? But if you do that on this test, you will. So maybe practicing or taking some time to prepare for this Physics 2 test and doing well on it will be helpful, okay? Reminder of resources. This is the calendar that AP is posting videos. So if you go to that video link, they've got 45-minute lectures on little topics, right? Probably 4 on fluids. You'll have a handful on thermo, you'll get into circuits and etc. You can watch those if you want, okay? I am not going to be making summary videos for units. I will not. These guys have been teaching this for years. These are good places for you to go and learn from them, okay? This is Open Notebook, note/book test. Please, God, do not use your book. You will never find anything in there in time to do a 25-minute test and then a 20-minute test, okay? Things I would do, and this is just from my experience, I would have a copy, 2 copies of your equation sheet. I'd go make a copy. And one, I would go through and identify things that I go, I know that, I know that, I know that, okay? And then others would be like, I got to find out about that. Or does this even apply? This is actually the last page. There are 3 pages, and I don't want you to be overwhelmed as a resource, but you can have this out, 1 for review, and then 2, I would annotate, right, the review sheet, like, or this equation sheet to help you, okay? Informational proton mass, informational charge, but what is an electron volt? You have to know this. They use this all the time. So please identify these. And if you've got questions on things, when you go, oh, I'm confident, I'm not confident. I'm confident, I'm not confident. On those things that you're not confident about, please chime in on your conference hour, or not even conference hours. I've got my conference thing open all the time until my internet crashes trying to make videos. All day long, right? Probably from 8 o'clock until about 3 o'clock, that thing is open and available for you to chime in, okay? So I go through these. If you don't understand some of these things, we'll talk about it, all right? I can't schedule because people are going to prepare differently. So you need to come in, maybe email me. You want to talk about equation sheet, that's totally fine, okay? Just confirmation of what we're using, what we're not. Let's see what I've got. Let's talk about the question types. Quantitative or qualitative, quantitative translation. The questions are assessing your ability to translate between quantitative, qualitative justification and reasoning. These are the long ones, okay? I can't go online and show you, but I've released several tests. Let's see, which ones do I want to do? This is the QQT. They actually have, I think, 11 QQTs for units 1 through 5. And I've basically made a PDF, but I have released the assessments on Physics Classroom. So you, or not Physics Classroom, AP Classroom. So you should be able to see these electronically. But I've got PDFs, I can post them on Google Classroom if you want me to, or not Google Classroom. I can send a link to these on my Google, I guess, Drive site. But if you like these kind of things. So it just gives you an idea of what they're looking for keywords, right? As far as they want you to sketch things, they want you to compare, they want you to describe, etc. So those types of questions. Another type of question is the paragraph, argument, short answer. Okay, paragraph, argument, short answer. This question type assesses the student's ability to create a paragraph length response, which consists of coherent argument about physics phenomena that are used information present in the question, and proceeds in a logical expository fashion to arrive at a conclusion. This is exactly what our magnetism test talked about. One of those questions was telling you when that magnet or that loop went around that magnet, why was it clockwise or counterclockwise? You talked about current, but you didn't tell me why there was current. You didn't talk about changing flux. That Faraday's law requires a changing flux over time. The speed, which it did, was it increasing? Was it decreasing? And then the right-hand rule to go with it. So as far as feedback from that test, I'd be like, I want more from you referring to the physics phenomena, right? The Lenz's law, the Faraday's law. You'll get into Torricelli's, you'll get into Bernoulli's equation, etc. Throughout those areas. So again, paragraph argument, I've also released questions. There are 8 from units 1 through 5 as far as paragraph, argument, short answers. And you can get a feel for these also. Okay, I have not only the PDFs of them, I also have the solution books, but I didn't want to have too much up there. Thought it would crash the video again. And so I can post those solutions and I can post these hard copies, I guess PDFs, but you have these free response questions available to you on the AP Classroom set or site, okay? So those are the 2 types of questions I would probably work on preparing for. So there's a 25-minute question and a 15-minute question, right? And then 5 minutes each to post, total of 45 minutes, okay? This is the direction we are headed. I'm trying to think, so I wanted to make sure you knew what I had released and what's available to you. If you need me to open up anything else as far as progress checks, something like that, let me know. For everyone that's going to still take the test, I'm gonna ask you to check in with me. Okay, maybe that's what I do, is I grade check-ins and I give you, you've got to check in with me once a week as we go forward. All right. Other than that, I wanted to show you what's been opened up on the AP Classroom, and then I wanted to inform you of the media album or whatever we do on Schoology where you post photos. I want you to annotate. So I'll describe that as far as the equation sheet. I think that's one of the biggest things is finding out what we're familiar with and what we're not familiar with, what we've done, what we haven't done, so you can like narrow down that sheet, okay? I am going to close out. Hope you're well. Take